This is day one of my 56-day challenge. I've decided that enough is enough. I've been overweight pretty well all my adult life. And look, there's always been an excuse. There's always been a reason. It's too hard. I'm addicted to sugar. I just like sweet foods too much. And the years have rolled on. I'm now 47. And I realise I've been overweight for 30 years. As a young kid, as a young bloke, when I was in my teens, early teens, 13, 14, 15, I didn't really have much of a weight problem. But as I moved into adulthood, yes, the weight started stacking on. And why? Well, no real surprises. Today's food, processed food, love ice cream, chocolate, chips, all those types of things, all those sort of man-made type foods, and have piled on the kilos. I say kilos, but for you US folks, piled on the pounds. Currently, 111.5 kilos, which is about 246 pounds if I can do my calculations correctly. Enough is enough. I've had a gutful, which is an Australian saying which means I've had enough. I'm not going to put up with this anymore. I've decided to take a 56-day challenge, which is basically 8 weeks. 8 times 7 is 56, if my maths is correct. And for 8 weeks, I'm going to survive on nothing but juice. Now, when I say juice, we're not talking about the supermarket variety, the grocer type variety. We're talking about using a juicer, using a machine and getting fresh fruit and vegetables, putting that all in a machine and drinking that each day. So what this is the first video in a series. I actually plan to do 56 videos, one video every single day of this journey, of this challenge, to show you my progress. Because what I want to do is by the end of that, you're waiting for this, I want to get my weight down to about 80 kilos. So we're talking about a weight loss. I think from memory, that's about 165 pounds. So I'm looking to lose over 30 kilos, 31 kilos in 56 days, which I know sounds like a tremendous amount, but it's going to happen. It is going to happen. I'm going to be 80 kilos in 56 days time. So that's around, I said 246. So what's that if I can do my calculations? That's about 75 pounds or thereabouts, I think, if I'm adding up correctly, 45, 50, about 80 pounds actually. So it's a serious amount of weight. But look, juice fast, which basically what this is, can actually make you lose weight in that period of time. I am going to be doing some exercise, but the exercise I'm doing is going to be pretty straightforward. I'm going to be walking. This is day one, as I said, and I've done a walk today. I did a 40-minute walk, listening my headphones to a nice audio book. And I just walked. I didn't walk particularly fast. In actual fact, it was quite slow because I've been out of practice with exercise. In terms of what I'm going to be doing, over the coming videos I'll go into more details as to what I'm drinking. But this morning I had about 500 mils, which is I think between 16 and 18 fluid ounces of fruit-vegetable mixture, which was comprising of lemon, cucumber, just trying to think what else, spinach, what else did I have in there? Some celery. I'm not sure whether I said celery. Basically, 5 or 6 different varieties of vegetables and a few different types of fruit. Had some apple in there as well. Converted that all to juice and drank it. And the thing that surprised me, it tasted quite nice. I was quite surprised that it was quite drinkable and felt quite full after it. So I'm going to be doing just that for the next 56 days. Now, in terms of going through this program, that is actually extraordinarily healthy for you. Juice, if you can imagine, having all those nutrients. We're talking about real, food the way nature intended. We're not talking about anything processed. We're not talking anything of that nature at all. It's all fresh fruit and vegetables. So I'm going to plan to actually buy the fruit and vegetables every day or every second day as I need them, and put them straight into the blender and drink them. So I'm going to chronicle this every day on my journey in the next 56 days. And I'm going to tell you every day. I'm going to weigh myself every day, tell you how I'm feeling, and a little bit more about the journey. And the other things I'm doing is I'm removing all other substances. So I'm a coffee drinker. I like my coffee, and I have to say I'm already feeling the effects even on day one. That I'm feeling a bit, what's the word? Sort of lightheaded, a bit groggy, a bit sort of foggy, and have got a headache already. And no doubt that is from the coffee. Now, the fact that I'm feeling this now makes me think, what is this doing to me? What is this actually doing to my body? Actually, what I need to get into is one of the other reasons why I've decided to do this as well. But just the fact that you're getting headaches by not having coffee, you realise that coffee is something that's addictive, isn't it? Actually, I like tea and coffee. I like both of them, but it's obviously addictive, I should say, because my body's saying, give me some of this stuff and I'm going to give you a darn headache unless you actually give me some more of it. Anyway, that's my plan. I'm going off at cold turkey. I'm going to stick just to juices for the next 8 weeks, which is 56 days. And if you want to follow along, you can actually look at a video every day on YouTube or on my website and leave me some comments and follow my journey. And if this is something that interests you, you can actually look at the results I'm getting and decide whether this is something that you want to do with your life. Now, obviously, I'm not a doctor, so I can't give you any advice as to whether you should or shouldn't do that. But let me tell you some of the other reasons why I've decided to get my act together and to, get myself back to health. Reason number one is I'm an asthmatic. You can probably hear that with my talking. I'm very sort of nasally and so forth. And I've been, as a child, I was quite sick with asthma. And when I got older, I have to say I got a lot better, but I still suffered from asthma. It's still there, sort of niggling and in the background. I want to completely get rid of that asthma as well. The other thing was I had a very nice invasive procedure the other day because I'm having trouble with my butt, for want of a better term. I'm not going to go into any sort of detail because I'm sure you don't want to hear it, but I had a colonoscopy, basically, which is a procedure where, yes, they do put a tube up your butt, and luckily for you, you're sedated and you're out of it, and they check to see whether everything's okay there and you haven't got bowel cancer and all those types of things. And they did actually find 2 what they call polyps, which is, as the doctor explained it to me, is potentially the start of cancer. It's still, well, actually I haven't got the results back. I'm not getting the results back till tomorrow or the next day, but he felt fairly confident that there wasn't any cancer there. But it just hit me. I just thought immediately that, I'm at risk here. There's already the start of cancer. So in other words, yes, it's in very early stages, but my body is sort of losing the fight, so to speak. And why? It's because I'm so overweight. Because I'm 35 kilograms or 80, 90 pounds, whatever it is, overweight. I'm putting all this enormous burden on my body, and it's done really well to carry me through to age 47 so far. But how much longer can it do it? How much longer can it survive with all this pressure I'm putting on it? The other thing I've noticed in about the last 4 or 5 weeks is I'm feeling my heart racing a little bit. It excuse me. I can hear my heart beating, and it just seems to race a little bit. So obviously I've consulted my doctor, and I wouldn't suggest that you not do that. I think you should certainly have doctors' involvement here. And I did some tests, got some blood tests, and did an ECG, which is the heart check. And there was a possibility that they found something with the ECG, which they said there may not be an issue, but it picked up something. So I'm going to a specialist next month in August, because I'm filming this in July. That's another cause of concern. I also had some blood tests, high cholesterol, a high sugar. Now, we're not talking dramatically high, but we're talking higher than average. And, let's be honest here, the reason for this is my weight. I could sit there and say, well, it's, unlucky, or it's in my genes, or I'm big boned, whatever it is. The fact is, I'm putting all this strain and stress on my body because I'm overweight. And I've had enough. I'm not going to do it anymore, so I've decided to go cold turkey and actually go on this juice fast to get rid of these issues. Lastly, I've also got a problem with my knee. When I was 16, I had a car crash. 16 in Australia is the legal age to get your licence. So I got my learner's permit at 16, and then a few months later was able to get my licence. And my first or second journey by myself, doing things I shouldn't have been doing. Very, very silly driver. I crashed into a Stobie pole, which is, we call them Stobie poles here in Adelaide in Australia. Telegraph poles, the poles that hold up the telegraph wires for the phone lines and so forth. Crashed into one of those and broke my leg. Ever since then, I've had an issue with my right knee. And for the times where I have got motivated, because look, I have lost weight in the past, but I've been on that cycle and I've gained it again. My knee has always been a problem, because I got to the stage at one point where I'd lost 25 or 30 kilos or whatever it was over a period of time, and I was exercising quite hard every day, working hard, and got to the stage where I was jogging, my knee was giving me grief. So I want that to clear up as well. Now the interesting thing is, with all this weight loss journey in the past, everything I've ever done has all been about scarcity, taking things away, not eating chocolate, and going without. But now I've got to the stage now at 47 where I've realised that what I've been actually going without is good nutrition. I've been actually piling in this junk food, this processed food, which isn't healthy for me, but with, quite frankly, that I'm addicted to. And for all these years, I've been neglecting my body. I haven't been giving my body the true nutritional values, nutrition that it actually needs to survive. And that's what I've been doing without. So this, new life for me, this challenge, I'm not calling it a diet. It's not a diet. A diet is, again, it's something you're going without normally. Traditional diet is, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat chocolate. You have to go without this. This is not about that. This is the other way around. This is giving my body the nutrients it wants, it needs, and I firmly believe in self-healing. I believe that over this 56 days, the healing of my body, all these conditions that I've currently got are going to go away. So I would say by day 56, it's going to be largely or completely gone. I'm going to have lost all that weight because I've been giving the nutrients that my body wants, and it's going to self-heal itself. And I'm just not going to have to worry about these types of issues and worrying about, quite frankly, dying early, because that is a real concern to me. Just kicking the bucket, again, an Australian, well, I think it's an Australian saying, dying prematurely. And I'm just making a stand here, and I'm going to do the right thing and give my body the nutrition it needs and some exercise as well each day, and we're going to succeed. With your help, I'd like you to follow my journey if you've got an interest in this, and hopefully this will inspire you if you're looking to do something similar, because you can chronicle my results. You can watch my results over the next 56 days and just see what happened and see how I felt. And I'm going to tell you exactly each day when I do this video how I feel, the ups and downs of the previous day, how I got through them, etc. So I'm going to end the video here now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to get a lot out of this. More importantly, I hope I'm going to. I'm doing this for selfish reasons as well, because if I'm committing myself to doing a video every day, that's going to spur me on to make sure that I keep to it and not try and get out of it or break down or not continue with this challenge for the next 56 days. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now. Thanks for watching.